Fever must improve Caitlin Clark's shot diet to thrive. The Indiana Fever need to find Caitlin Clark easier shots. Caitlin Clark is able to impact a game even when she's not shooting at her most efficient clip. This was on display yet again against the New York Liberty, when foul trouble took Clark off the floor in the fourth quarter, with the Liberty capitalizing and pulling away in defeating the Indiana Fever. Clark's playmaking had put the Fever in position to win, but ultimately they came up short, as the fouls and 11 missed layups cost them. Still, it was another contest where she wasn't at her best from the field. Clark finished 4-14 from the floor and 2-6 from three. She is 37.7% overall and 32.4% from deep so far in the 2026 campaign. Sometimes these things just come down to making or missing shots, but in Clark's case, so many of her opportunities are of the difficult variety, and she and the Fever need to find her a better shot diet. 72% of Clark's attempts are coming from 16 feet to three-point range per Basketball Reference, and often they are tough step-backs over the defense. Essentially, half of her shots are from distance, and many from well beyond the arc. Clark has taken 32 shots from 27 to 32 feet, according to her hoop stats, hitting 28% of them. She has also knocked down 2-3 from 32 to 37 feet. These deep bombs need to remain a part of her repertoire. They are part of what made her a star in the first place, but there should be less strenuous shots mixed in. Rim attacks and free throws could help. Only about 14% of Clark's attempts are coming from 0 to 3 feet, which is down from her first two seasons, even the injury-riddled 2025 campaign, and a stark contrast to how she started the season. In addition, she is attempting 5 free throws a game, good for 16th most in the league, but a number that could still stand to rise. This is something she is aware of, which she spoke about when talking about her own foul issues. "I've got to be leading the league, but I can't shoot a free throw, so," Clark said after the loss to New York, simultaneously lamenting her own foul trouble, while also hinting that she isn't receiving the benefit of a similar whistle on the other end. She took responsibility for this herself as well. "I need to do a better job getting to the free throw line. Those are easy and free points, and I haven't shot many free throws this year, just finding ways to make refs call the same foul in return on the other end," Clark added. A slight increase in attempts at the basket and from the charity stripe would go a long way in upping her efficiency. It's a team effort to get Clark better looks. How Clark's shot selection improves comes down to her, the coach, and her teammates. First, Clark needs to not settle. She also could benefit from more freely taking shots like the floater she scored her first bucket with versus New York. That could open things up a bit. She has a penchant for floating to the left on outside shots and taking straight-line drives to the right on attacks. Expanding her shot profile would force opposing scouts to adjust. Coach Stephanie White also needs to assist here. "We couldn't get C loose very much at all, and we gotta do a better job of finding ways to do that," White said after the Liberty loss. Perhaps an increased dose of basic pick-and-roll action could help there, as would providing Clark more help on defense. She is working so hard on that end that it has to have an effect on her energy offensively. Not to mention, Clark's teammates need to do a better job of finding her when she is open off the ball. "We got a little tunnel vision, I felt like, and we didn't move the ball at times offensively," White said, which was easily observable against the Liberty. Kelsey Mitchell, in particular, missed Clark and other teammates on several possessions, while finishing 7 for 21 from the floor herself. The good news is the Fever have an easier stretch of games coming up. Their next 4 opponents have a combined record of 15 and 26, and Clark still boasts a plus 5.6 net rating, the team's points scored and allowed per 100 possessions while she is on the court, per the NBA stats database. Despite her shooting struggles, the offense also comes to a halt when she is not on the floor. However, the Fever have fallen to 9th overall in offensive rating, regardless, which shouldn't happen to a team featuring Clark, Mitchell, and Boston. One way to fix that is making sure Clark gets more advantageous opportunities.